This is Robert Mann with Patriot Safety Gear, and today we're going to show you how to apply our firefighter tool grips to a Halligan. We've already applied one end here so that you can see what the finished product looks like. Feels great. It's awesome. Uh, and we've actually already applied our glow-in-the-dark identifier. There's no numbers in this identifier. When you order yours for your station, we'll actually have laser cut your ladder or engine, what have you, number into the glow-in-the-dark, so that when you do find your tool in the dark, you can identify whose truck or which tool set it belongs to. But what we do, you get a strip of this, you wrap it around, and then there's a protective piece also that goes over it. It's not rocket science, it's easy. You'll know how to do that. You'll understand how to do that. But today, we're gonna apply these. You start by determining whether or not you need to remove paint. This is powder coated, and we have put grips on here before and taken them off, so we know that it doesn't pull this powder coating. But we've also put these grips onto tools with paint on them, and it will pull the paint. You can bump into another piece of metal into your work or whatever with paint on there, and just that force will pull not only the grip off, but the paint off the metal as well. So if you have paint, if it's been spray painted or otherwise, remove that paint. Whether you have to use a file or a grinder or a piece of sandpaper, whatever the deal is, take the paint off down to bare metal. Now, once you've done that, and if it's fiberglass, you don't even have to worry about it. Most of the fiberglass is colored inside, it's not painted on. So once you've got your surface area ready, now I've got an alcohol pad ready for after I get done handling this, but before I do my alcohol cleaning, I've got to make sure that I've got this lined up right. I want to make sure I cover the right area, because if I make this gap too big, this thing could go from one end almost to the other end, and that leaves this huge gap with very little grip, and that's not what we're after. What we want is a good consistent grip no matter where you grab it in the work area. But we also don't want it in the sliding areas. We don't want it where our hands are supposed to slide back and forth. We only want it where we want our hands solid. So we start by laying it on, find an angle and a spacing. We suggest that you leave about a ½ inch. I started off with a ½ inch, you got a little wide there, but you can see us. You're trying to shoot for about about the same as width as the grip is, about a ½ inch space between each wrap. Now while you're dry fitting this, it's okay if you pull on it or what have you, but when you get ready to put it on, actually put it on, don't pull it on, push it on. And I'll explain why in just a moment. Okay, I've got it wrapped on there, and you see how wide that grip is, how funny that comes out? Well, when it's odd like that, when you've got a small grip, a small gap and then a big one, it means you've got buckles. You've got areas where the edge of the grip is poking up and will allow snags to happen, and you don't want that to happen. So try to keep your gap as uniform as you can and push it onto the tool. Don't pull it onto the tool. That will help keep it consistent and keep a good flush finish. Like so, pretty good. I like that. So I'm gonna pull this back off and clean this with alcohol. And make sure you get all the hand oils and stuff off. I wouldn't suggest doing this when you get done with an oil change. I'd suggest that you wash your hands, whatever you've been doing first, and then do this. Ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? That's what my mama told me. If you have any problems getting the backing off of your grip strips, take a piece of Scotch tape and apply it to the backing, and you can pull the backing away very easily if you have any problems getting underneath it. Don't press too hard at the very beginning.
How you doing?
Make sure, don't press too hard at the very beginning. You want to make sure that you got the right gap. You can even leave the backing on for just a moment as you come around. Make sure that you are where you want to be, and then remove your backing, and there you have it. That should help you maintain a consistent application. If there are any folds in the tape as you go, you need to make sure that you get those flattened out because they'll change your angle if you miss them. See that I'm pushing it on, I'm not pulling it on. It's important. And looky there. There you have it. And I want to remind everyone we have a full 1-year replacement on any of the grips. If you have any problems with them, if you have any suggestions, we'd appreciate your feedback. Let us know if there's any way that we can improve. We want to. That's our goal. We want to get better all the time. We want to make you safer. We want to make the job easier. And this is how we're doing it. Patriot Safety Gear.